starting a new game today. It's called Don't Throw Their Names Around. And I live in well, I call it a transient location where there's a lot of people that move here, live here for 6 months to a year, and then move on. So they move to the community of Wilmington, North Carolina, and rent is relatively cheap. And then they move out and someone else moves in. So I walk my dog every morning and I notice that there's a lot of trash on the ground. And so I wanted to start compiling just what types of trash. So I've come up with these baskets, and one is for like your beverage bottles, one is going to be for the fast food items, one is going to just be for wrappers, and then the other for cigarette butts. So today's catch, you can see who's in the lead, and that is your fast food restaurants. So let's just talk about this a little bit. So for every one beverage that you drink, right, you have a top and a straw. So by far the most amount of plastic that you're going to use, or different types of plastics that you're going to use each time you get a drink. And look, I mean, even this wonderful McDonald's straw, I mean, anybody can identify that, right? It is so thick. It's one of the thickest straws. Why does it have to be so thick? The other thing I want to talk about is, what are they doing? What are our fast food restaurants doing about this problem with their stuff being thrown on the ground? So I've been looking for anything that tells you don't litter. Oh, here it is. This is it right here. That little bit of thing right there that shows like some kind of deformed body throwing something in the trash. That one is from Burger King, and then McDonald's has it too, and I think it's even smaller. And in fact, it's so oh, there it is. There it is. It's Ronald, and he's throwing something in the trash. Yeah, but that's about it. So this new idea I have is called Don't Throw Their Names Around. One is because litter for them is advertisement, right? So they're actually benefiting from our trash. So somehow we got to get through to them that they need to be a part of this team. They need to be a part of the solution. So I'm going to just keep track of just how much of this trash is from fast food restaurants. And then I want to approach them and say, hey, look, you're a big part of this problem, and you need to do something about it. Otherwise, us nonprofit people that really care about the planet, we need to somehow blow them in. Say, look, you are a big part of this problem with plastic in the marine environment, problem with trash on the ground. You know, not only is it a marine problem, but something like this, where there's goopy, sweet stuff in the bottom. You know, a raccoon could stick its nose in there trying to get that out and then get the cup stuck on its nose. So we really need to be conscious about what we're doing. The other thing about this gooey stuff, and the other part of this bag actually had ketchup all over it, is that it draws in bugs, you know? So people hate bugs, but yet they'll open their car door and they will leave a bag full of food right next to their car. Well, you're going to draw in, like, you know, cockroaches and water bugs, and then you have them in your community. So a lot we can do with this, but first we got to make people aware, like, oh my God, my trash is giving free advertisement for these corporations that don't give a darn about where their trash goes after people buy their stuff. So let's start making companies responsible.